Hare Krishna. Nrsimha Bhagwan ki. So in related to that, there's another pastime in Srimad Bhagavatam, that it was around dusk time. Kashyap, who has his two wives, Diti and Aditi. Diti is the mother of all the demons, and Aditi is the mother of all the demigods. Diti was afflicted with some lusty desires and wanted her husband to satisfy her. But Kashyap Rishi said, this is not the appropriate time, because at dusk is also considered as a Brahmurata, as early morning before sunrise is Brahmurata. This is not the time for eating, sleeping or enjoying senses, because Shiva with his consort Parvati, they move around all universe and they see and check who is doing what. If anyone get engaged in sense gratification during this two time of the day, they get very powerful mercy of Lord Shiva. That means the associates of Shiva enters in their body. And associates of Shiva means? Ghost means mode of ignorance. That becomes prominent. So, Kashyap became upset. Oh Diti, you bound me forcefully to do this activity. I curse you. May you get sons, demonic sons, who are going to terrify the entire universe. Diti start trembling and lamenting. Yes, it's my mistake, it's my fault. I was not able to control my senses. It's my mistake. Then Kashyap felt pity on her, and seeing her in a lamentation, Sage Kashyap said, because now you're lamenting, so I bless you. You get a grandson who is going to be a pure devotee of the Lord. So first he cursed her. You'll get sons who are going to be a best amongst all the demons. And you get a grandson who will be a pure devotee of Lord. Diti was carrying. Diti became pregnant. And in her womb were two boys, demons. And she held her womb for 100 years. 100 years. Everywhere it became so dark. And demigods, they were thinking, we don't know what's going to happen. It's just like a pralay, annihilation, destruction time has come. And then Diti, he delivered two boys. So first of all, Hiranyakashipu came in the womb of Diti and then Hiranyaksh. But at the time of delivery, first Hiranyaksh took birth and then Hiranyakashipu. So Hiranyakashipu is elder brother, one who came in the womb first. But according to delivery, Hiranyaksh took birth first and then Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyaksh became very powerful, very powerful. There's no one who can fight with me. I am the Lord, I am the God. And Hiranyaksh became so restless, challenging everyone. He went to Swargaloka, the loka of demigods, and seeing Hiranyaksh is there to fight with us, all demigods, they flee from there, here and there. They got hidden somewhere. No one is coming in front of Hiranyaksh. No one. Hiranyaksh was so restless. He came to the ocean and started beating ocean and challenged the Varun Devta, the predominant deity of the water, Varun Devta. Come and have fight with me. I want to fight with someone. I am the God. I am the Lord of the universe. And then, a long story, in Bhagavatam, Bhagwan came forward, Shivara Bhagwan. He came and fight with Hiranyaksh and he killed him. Demigod started showering flowers on Shivara Bhagwan. Shivara Bhagwan, he holded earth on his tusk and kept on his horizon and killed Hiranyaksh. When Hiranyaksh got killed, then his wives, Bhanumati, and his children started lamenting, crying in grief. Hiranyakashipu, he came forward and started speaking Shastras, scriptures, consoling those family members. Oh, my sister-in-law, what is there to grieve about? We are not this body, we are this soul. Hiranyaksh is speaking about the concept of body and soul. That's why Srila Bharati Goswami Maharaj used to say even demons can quote Shastras. They can quote Shastras, they know Shastras, but they never apply those Shastras, scriptures. They don't apply scriptures. Like Ravan, very powerful, but also very intelligent. He knew all the scriptures. Oh, but problem with these demons, they don't apply those scriptures in their life. So Hiranyakashipu, giving so many examples of a king who got died in the battlefield and his wife started crying and then a boy came, long story. I'm not going into detail to that. Hiranyakashipu is giving these stories. Then a boy came who was Yamaraj, the king of death. And he started speaking another story about pigeon and his wife, she pigeon. Hunter shooted arrow and she died. And pigeon the bird started crying. Don't know that the death is waiting for him. So in this way, I'm not going into this details of this, but Hiranyakashipu is speaking so detailed stories. Just like he realized, he's a realized soul. And he knows that he is a pure devotee. He's speaking like that. And making his Bhanumati, the wife of Hiranyaksh, pacifying her, and his nephews. That Hiranyakashipu, he wants to take a revenge of his brother's death. So, he did austerities. 60,000 years of demigods, not human beings. Years of human beings and years of demigods is so much difference. 60,000 years of demigods, such powerful austerities, which made him so powerful, very powerful. So don't think on the day of Nrsimhadeva you are fasting until dusk and you become weak. And on Krishna Janmashtami fasting till midnight and you become weak. And then on fasting on Nirjala Ekadashi you get weak. No. This is just mind frame. But by performing austerities and sacrifice, one becomes strong, not weak. Strong, inbuilt. Not muscular strong, inbuilt strong. That's the philosophy about demons teaching us this. Ravan also performed austerities. And he lifted the hill Kailash with his one hand. The hill where Shiva performed austerities. A complete mountain like this. Because he performed austerities for so many years. That's why when we perform austerities, any sacrifice we do, it gives us credits, spiritual credits. I was speaking here in a retreat, Austin retreat. If we donate something, it appears we are losing something, but actually we are gaining a lot by sacrificing a part of our belonging. So fasting is also like that. appears like I can't fast. But actually you're not going to die. From the medical science also. If you don't eat 3 days, no one going to die in 3 days. And just 1 day and just few hours of fasting makes you so strong. Hiranyakashipu became so strong. His whole body was eaten by ants. And everywhere in the universe, in the 3 worlds, there was darkness and darkness. Demigods, they approached Creator Brahma. Oh Grandsire Brahma, what's happening? Is the time of annihilation? He said, no, I know. A demon, Hiranyakashipu, is performing austerities. Don't worry, I'm going to go and look after him. Brahma came there and with his kamandal, with his water pot, he sprinkled water on Hiranyakashipu. The body was not there, only the skeleton was there. That means even the flesh was eaten by the ants and only the bones and skeleton was left there. And he was breathing with that. So many yogis, they perform austerities in Himalayas. Years and years they don't eat. Not days or weeks, years they don't eat. How they surviving? With the potency of their tapasya austerities. They take everything from the environment and this is how they nourish their system. So only skeleton was there, but when moment Brahma sprinkled water on Hiranyakashipu, he regained a beautiful, powerful body. Seeing Brahma appeared, Hiranyakashipu paid obeisances. He paid obeisances to Brahma. And he said, why you perform such severe austerities? That's for so many years. What do you want? He said, I want to become immortal. Brahma smiled. He said, oh, I cannot grant you this boon. Why not? He said, because even I am not immortal. From ant to a Brahma, everyone has an end. Human beings, demigods, rakshasas, ghosts, whoever, gross body, subtle body, from ant to Brahma, everyone has end. So Brahma said, even I am not immortal. How I can grant this boon to you? You can ask something else. Then Hiranyakashipu thought, and he said, okay, then give me a boon. And in one breath he asked everything. What is that boon? Can you speak fast?
Not that fast.
Okay.
That I cannot be killed on land.
I cannot be killed on land and in sky. I cannot be killed inside or outside. I cannot be killed by any weapon. I cannot be killed by any human being.
Or any animal.
Or any animal.
During day and night.
Even in day and night.
Inside or outside.
Inside or outside. Anything left?
Not in 12 months.
Not in the 12 months created by you. Not in this year.
No weapon.
With no weapon. You see, everyone is sharing. So you all giving boons? And imagine Hiranyakashipu got these boons from Brahma. And Brahma said, enough, enough. This is enough. You already, it's like next to immortal. And Hiranyakashipu, he became so egoistic and proud of his strength. And very first move was to go to Swargaloka, demigods. I have to control them. Because, why? Vishnu is my enemy. And demigods, they supply food to Vishnu. Because when Brahmins do yajna, it goes to the demigods. And demigods, they supply everything, means the support to Vishnu. Therefore I have to control demigods first of all. Ministry, to control ministry first. No elections. It is just selections. So Hiranyakashipu came and Indra, first of all Indra ran away from there. Seeing Indra running, everyone, Surya, Chandra, all demigods running here and there, and the Swargaloka, the planet Swarga, demigods empty. And Hiranyakashipu is thinking, what is the use of that kingdom where there is no subjects? King means they have to be subjects to rule. And there is no subjects. And Hiranyakashipu roared loudly, where are you all? Come here immediately, otherwise I am going to kill you all. Demigods, they're trembling. And they all came shivering in front of Hiranyakashipu. And Hiranyakashipu ordered, hey, who are you? Sir, I'm Indra. Sit down. Yes, sir. Who are you? I'm Surya. Who are you? I'm Chandra. And they all, sit down. And Hiranyakashipu is raising his eyebrows. The directions, the 14 directions trembling. Ocean gets restless. Planet Earth trembling. And the 9 planets, the constellations. Hiranyakashipu ordered, hey, 9 constellations, come here and sit in my favorable house. I order you. Become the controller, the ruler of all universe. Imagine. This is how he was ruling. No one can dare say anything to Hiranyakashipu. When he wants shower, he used to order, Indra, I want showers. Sun, I want some heat. Hey moon, I want soothing effects. Everything in his hand, remote. And he become enjoyer. The name itself says Hiranyakashipu. Hiranya means gold and Kashipu means soft bed. Both are there to enjoy. Soft bed to enjoy and gold is there to enjoy. The name itself is personification of the name Hiranyakashipu. Yeah. Everyone is trembling and shivering. But can you imagine? He has 4 boys and the youngest one is Prahlad. Parents have equal affection for all children, but the youngest one is more affection to the youngest one. But if they're twins, then it's equal. The youngest one gets the more affection. Prahlad, seeing a young boy, 5-year young boy, Hiranyakashipu called upon his son, Prahlad, come boy, come sit on my lap. Can you imagine? He's patting on his head. Prahlad. So it's a long story, short, according to time frame. Prahlad, I engaged 2 teachers to teach you. What you have learned so far, my son? And teachers means Sandamarka, the sons of Shukracharya. Shukracharya being the priest of all the demons. And Brahaspati is the priest of, guru of all the demigods. So Shukracharya's 2 sons, Chandamarka, was teaching Prahlad what? Sam, Dam, Dandabhed, hypocrisy, cheating, politics. But Prahlad Maharaj has no interest by birth. He has no interest in learning all that. By birth, he only has interest in his Lord, Vishnu, Bhagwan. So what have you learned so far? And Chandamarka is with a broad chest. Yes, now our student is going to speak something and we get rewarded by the king, Hiranyakashipu. Can you imagine Prahlad Maharaj sitting on the lap of his father, who is the best amongst all the demons? Demigods, directions, Nagas, Yakshas, everyone so scared of Hiranyakashipu, but Prahlad is not scared at all. Demigods are not even coming in front of Hiranyakashipu. But Prahlad, what to speak of close proximity, just sitting on the lap of his father, who's the ruler of the whole universe, dictator. He has no fear. Fearless prince. That's the name of Prahlad. And fearlessly he said, Tad sadhu manne asur varadehinam sada samugdudiyam asad grihad hitu atupatam gre andakupam vanam gatam yad harim ashret. What is the meaning? Tad sadhu manne asur varadehinam. Oh, if you asking me what I've understood so far, oh, best amongst all the demons. This is the way he addressed his father. But it was sarcastic. But Hiranyakashipu felt so delight in hearing this. Oh, my son is addressing me, of course, because I'm the king of all the demons. How you feel if I say, hey, best among all demons? No one liked to hear this, but Hiranyakashipu, he said, oh, my son addressing me as the king of all the demons, the best amongst all the demons. But he was sarcastic on him. You demon. And he never addressed Hiranyakashipu as his father. Never ever. That's why he used other words, pronouns. Oh, best amongst all the demons. Not, oh my father. What I learned so far, according to me, my understanding, Asur Varadehinam Sada Samugdudiyam Asad Grihat Hit Atupatam Griyandakupam Vanam Gatam Yadharim Ashriyat. The teachings of Prahlad Maharaj is like thunderbolt on those who are always inspired for sense gratification. And what he's saying, because you staying in Grast Ashram, and that Grast Ashram which is only meant to enjoy, it is compared to as Antakupam, means blind well, dry well. There is not even a water there. And you think this is a place of enjoyment? Nonsense. Prahlad Maharaj said. Right in front of Hiranyakashipu, looking into his eyes. Demigods can't even see his eyebrows. But Prahlad Maharaj, right, looking in his eyes, on his lap, no fear at all. Why no fear? I described yesterday. He was following Bhagavad Dharma. Shruti no patito dhyat adrito manu modita sadhya punati sadharmo de vishdropihi. One who hears about Bhagavad Dharma, speak about Bhagavad Dharma, remember Bhagavad Dharma, praise Bhagavad Dharma, or those who are not following any of these, but just respecting those who following, immediately became powerful. Prahlad Maharaj has no fear at all because he is totally convinced and determined with one important factor, and that is Rakshati iti Vishwaso. One of the limb of Sharanagati. Sharanagati has 6 limbs. What are 6 limbs of Sharanagati? Anukulesya sankalpam pratikulesya vivarjanam rakshati vishwaso goptitta varnam tatha atma nikshepa karpanya, means accepting those things which are favorable to bhakti. Second, rejecting those which are unfavorable to bhakti. Third, firm faith, Lord is my protector. And firm determination, He is my maintainer. Prahlad Maharaj is following this, fully convinced in this. Krishna, the Lord, is my protector, and no one can harm me or kill me. And if He wants to kill me, then who can save me? Hiranyakashipu heard this, and he's taking, oh, my son, very innocent. Maybe he's like, what do you call? Maybe he got hearing from someone else, yes. Huh? Brainwash. Yes, brainwash is a good word. There was a court case against Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada in America, when all the young ones were joining the mission, Krishna consciousness is gone. The parents, they filed a court case against him. And they said, he's doing brainwash to our children. And Srila Prabhupada smiled, fearless sadhu. He said, brain needs to get washed because it's contaminated. What wrong I'm doing? If the brain is contaminated, it needs to get washed. So Hiranyakashipu thought, young boy, innocent, he might have heard from someone, but he's innocent, so excused. But Hiranyakashipu looked towards Chandramarka. Did you? He said, no sir, no sir. We didn't taught him this. Then how he came to know this? I don't know, maybe he's just hearing here and there from some source. But we are not teaching him this. Okay boy, go. And be careful. Learn what Chandramarka is teaching you. The teacher Chandramarka asked Prahlad, we didn't taught you this. How you come to know about this? Prahlad Maharaj said, Chandramarka said, don't utter the name of Vishnu, this enemy of your father. How you came to know about this? Prahlad Maharaj said, Yatha Brahmatya Brahman Swayam Akarsha Sanidho Tattav Bhedi Cheta Chakrapan Yarichai. Just like iron get automatically, spontaneously attracted towards magnet, my intelligence automatically get attracted towards Vishnu. It's not by hearing from someone, but in his mind Prahlad Maharaj is praying to his Gurudev, Narad, because of your mercy and your teaching, my intelligence get attracted towards Vishnu. But he's finding inappropriate to say in front of Chandramarka, they are not going to understand this. Okay. Chandramarka trying to teach Prahlad so much, but Prahlad Maharaj is not interested in hearing all those lessons. Then again, once upon a time, Hiranyakashipu sitting on his singhasan and in front of everyone, he said, Prahlad, come here boy, come here, sit on my lap. Oh, now you must have learned so much. So what you learned? Can you please tell me? Then Prahlad Maharaj said, this was I marked for you. Nate vidhi swar gati vi Vishnu durashya hi bait arthmani na anda yatha ande upya manas matina krishne parato swatava mithya abhipatanam adanta gobir vishitam punasharvita charvanam. Prahlad, how come your intelligence is like this? Chandramarka is also reading scriptures. I also read scriptures. Why you are speaking like that and we are not? Prahlad Maharaj smiled. No. Matirna Krishna. Because of their uncontrolled senses. Prahlad Maharaj saying, this teacher Chandramarka, uncontrolled senses. And you also have uncontrolled senses. Hiranyakashipu, what? How can you say I have uncontrolled senses? Because you have no control over your anger. What is the use of reading scriptures? You have no control over your anger. You're ruling the entire universe, but you can't rule your own mind. You can't rule over your intelligence and your anger. So therefore, because of uncontrolled senses, persons too addicted to material life make progress towards hellish conditions and repeatedly chew that which has already been chewed. Just chewing which is already chewed. This is material life. Grastas should not think Prahlad Maharaj is attacking on them. There are two divisions. One is called Grey Medis, another is called Grastas. Grey Medis, Prahlad Maharaj is directly speaking to Grey Medis. What is the meaning of Grey Medis? One who thinks getting married and making house, enjoying life is the only purpose of married life. Just enjoy. Produce children Produce children and then keep on enjoying, keep on enjoying, keep on enjoying. No purpose of life, no spirituality in the life. For them, Prahlad Maharaj is directly indicating for them. They are called Grey Medis, they are not Grastas. And Grey Medi means blind well, where there is not even a water. They are chewing the chewed, again and again, enjoying senses, again and again, enjoying senses, again and again, chewing the chewed, chewing the chewed. Punas charvita charvanam, chewing the chewed. What is the fun in that? That's why they are always in depression, because they are in that blind well. But Prahlad Maharaj is not saying this to Grastas, for Grey Medis. Someone can say, oh, Prahlad Maharaj is saying about Grastas. No. What is the difference? Grey Medis and Grastas. Grastas are those, husband is devotee, wife is devotee, and they produce Krishna conscious children. They both worship together, they both chant together, they observe fast together, they observe festivals of the Lord together, and they produce children and teach them from very childhood. That only purpose of life is to worship Krishna. As in Srimad Bhagavatam, the example of Nrsimhadeva. How many children? Nrsimhadeva, 100 children. 100. You can't even handle 2. He had 100 boys. And once upon a time, he called upon all his children. Come, I have something secret to tell you. Yes, father? Nrsimhadeva said, Naham de bhajam nirloke, kashtam kamam artham vidbhujam ye. The God has not given us this body to enjoy like, he take the name of 2 animals, hog and dog. The life is not meant to enjoy like dogs and hogs. But father, we think life is there to just eat, drink and be merry, enjoy. And what is the purpose of life then? Nrsimhadeva said, Tapo divyam putraka. Krishna has given his life to worship him, to get advance, not to get degraded. The life is there to advance, to get elevation, more elevation, more elevation, unless reaching to the final goal, Shri Golok Vrindavan. So Prahlad Maharaj, without any fear, he's saying, Matirna Krishno Parato Swatova Mitho Bipate Grevarta Nam. One who has taken this vow, I only want to enjoy senses, Gra Vrata Nam. I can't leave my family life. Can't leave my family life means can't leave my enjoyment in family life. Direct attack. Because Prahlad Maharaj is addressing to Hiranyakashipu that what you're doing is not correct. So son is teaching father. Therefore in spiritual life, there is no distinguish. Who's teaching whom? A son can also become a guru of father or mother. Kapil Bhagwan, he's teaching to his mother, Devahuti. Mother Devahuti approaching Kapil Bhagwan. Oh son, I'm tired enjoying my senses. What shall I do now? And Kapil Bhagwan instructing Mother Devahuti. Many instructions. He said everything develops with I and mind. The attachment to the material world starts with I and mind. Destroy this ego of I and mind. But son, that's so difficult. How can it possible? He said possible. Satang prasangam mamvidja samvido bhavanti hit karna rasayana katha. Associate with my devotees, it becomes easy. So Prahlad, son, Hiranyakashipu's father, but son is teaching to the father. Then who becomes the father? Spiritually saying, Prahlad is father of Hiranyakashipu, not Hiranyakashipu's father. So, Hiranyakashipu became little upset. You know, if a senior person, not senior, Vaishnav, no. Senior means a father, elder brother or mother. If they get any lesson from their young ones, they feel little embarrassed. Hiranyakashipu also felt like that. Prahlad, you speaking so much scriptures, what do you think? I don't know scriptures? I also read scriptures. When your uncle died, Hiranyaksh, I was the one who was reading scriptures. I know the body and the concept of body and soul. I pacified my sister-in-law and my nephews. What do you think? I don't know scriptures? And what do you think? Your teacher Shandamarka don't know scriptures? Prahlad Maharaj said, I have an answer for this because you're asking good questions to me. You're asking good questions to me. These answers to this question is the welfare of all humanity. So I praise you for these questions. Hiranyakashipu asked this question. I also know scriptures. He said, but Nate vidu swad gati vi Vishnu durashya hi bhai arthamani na anda yatha ande upiyamanam tesh tantra uri damni baddha. What is the meaning? That's why I opened, because I want to speak the translation correctly, not with my broken English. Nate vidu swad gati vi Vishnu. I mean, I can describe this in my language, my first language, but I don't want to. So, person who are strongly entrapped by the consciousness of enjoying material life and who have therefore accepted as their leader, guru, a blind man, attached to external sense objects, cannot understand the goal of life, that is, to go back to Godhead. You saying you read scriptures, but you only understanding the outer meaning of the scriptures. You never ever entered in the inside, the inner meaning of the scriptures. Honey bottle closed, and the honeybee or the ant just licking the lid or the glass can get any taste in that? Unless go inside and taste. So, as blind men guided by other blind men miss the right path and fall into a ditch, materially attached men led by another materially attached men are bound by the ropes of fruitive labor, which are made of very strong cords, and they continue again and again in materialistic life, suffering the threefold miseries. Anda yatha anda upiyamanam teshtantra uridamni baddha. What will happen if you ask a blind man, sir, I'm blind, but can you guide me? The blind man says, yes, just follow me. Then a third person comes, I cannot see, I'm a blind. Sir, can you help me? I want to reach to my destination. Yes, follow me. So 1, 2, 3, everyone having their sticks and they're following each other. Then the fourth one comes, sir, I'm blind, I cannot see. Can you guide me? Yes, follow my stick. So all blind people in line. And the first one, because he's blind, cannot see, fall in ditch. And what will happen to others? 2, 3, 4, top, top, top. Yes? Yes. Everyone in the ditch. Prahlad Maharaj is saying straight, without any fear, on the face of Hiranyakashipu. See his boldness. Chandamarka is, they are actually trembling. How come Prahlad speaking this? What he's saying? And we're going to get hard time. Because we are teachers. And Hiranyakashipu will think, we are teaching Prahlad like this. Person who are strongly entrapped, Nate vidhu swat gatim hi Vishnu. Directly saying, Durashya he bhai arthavani nam. Only external meaning. and not even understanding meaning, just repeating Shastras is not going to work. I was saying this yesterday. I want to hear Ujjwal Nirmani, I want to hear big scriptures, high topics. But excuse me, sir, how many rounds you chant a day? I'm struggling, sometimes 2, sometimes not even 1. Oh, but you want to hear the pastimes of Radha Krishna, you're enjoying that. That's not proper attitude. Anda yathanda upyamana. A blind man following a blind man. Prahlad Maharaj said this, and hearing this, Hiranyakashipu very, very upset right now. Who's teaching you like this? Who's teaching you? You think you know more Shastras than me? I'm superior than you. Can you tell me? How can I go to the insight as you got this? Prahlad Maharaj said, yes. Again, good question. You asking good question for the welfare of your all demon dynasty. Nrsimhati stavit ukramangi sparshanarthapa yadarthaha maishyam padrejo vishekam nishkinchanam navrintu yavat. Even if you read so much scriptures, even if you learn so many shlokas, if you are very fluent in speaking or very good in hearing, but if one thing is missing, everything is missing. What is the meaning? Unless one smear upon their bodies the dust of the lotus feet of a Vaishnavas, pure devotees, completely freed from material contamination, person very much inclined toward materialistic life cannot be attached to the lotus feet of the Lord. Oh, best among the asuras, demons, you are too much attached to materialistic life, the enjoyment life. You think you read Shastras. First of all, you only know the outer meanings. But again, you never ever smear the dust of the lotus feet of the Vaishnava. This is a missing link in your life. How I got this? He's remembering his Gurudev Prahlad Maharaj, Naradji. Unless one smear upon their body the dust of the lotus feet of a pure devotee, who are completely freed from material contamination, person very much inclined toward materialistic life cannot be attached to the lotus feet of the Lord, who is glorified for his uncommon activities. Only by becoming devotee and taking shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord, in this way, one can be freed from material contamination. And therefore, a question was being asked to me this morning. What is the shortcut to bhakti? We are living in a world of instant pots, instant cook, instant drive. Yeah, everything instant and quick, fast track. Any shortcut to bhakti, instant bhakti? Yes. Shortcuts to bhakti. What is that? Bhakt pad dhuli, bhakt pad jal, bhakt bhukt avashesh, teen sadhinar bal. What I said? The dust from the lotus feet of a pure devotee, smearing the dust from the lotus feet of a pure devotee, accelerate one's sadhan and one's bhakti. Bhakta Pada Jal, the water that washed the lotus feet of a pure devotee, and Bhakta Bhukta Avshesh, the leftovers eaten by a pure devotee. But this is not everything, the leftovers on his plate. His best leftovers is his speech, his lecture, his moods, which he manifests while he is lecturing. When a devotee is speaking, in an ordinary sense, that's different. But especially when he's lecturing, he's speaking from his heart. is full of emotions. And therefore that bhakti which is having in his heart, he infused that bhakti in the heart of the audience. That is called Bhakta Bhuk Avashesh, the leftover, the remnants of a pure devotee. This is what Prahlad Maharaj is stamping on this. Nrsimhati Tavit Ukramangri Sparshanart Apapagava Maishyam Padejo Vishekam Nishkanchnan Amrinatu Yavat. Why the birds are here to hear? They are speaking like Hiranyakashipu. Oh. When Hiranyakashipu is hearing all this, his eyes turn red. What to speak of raising his eyebrows? His eyes turn red. When your eyes turn red? When you wake up in the morning? No, when you're angry. The eyes turn red. His reddish eyes like molten copper. Hiranyakashipu said to his servants, "O demons! Take this boy away from me. He deserves to be killed. Kill him." Roaring so loudly. And even his servants, demons, are trembling. What is he saying? Kill him. This boy Prahlad is the killer of my brother. For he has given up his family to engage in devotional service of the enemy, Lord Vishnu, like a menial servant. Kill him. Now the demons took Prahlad, and Hiranyakashipu was very upset. Very upset. He defeated me. He's teaching me. And the demons started troubling Prahlad Maharaj, throwing him from the cliffs, throwing him in the ocean, him bitten by serpents, throwing him in fire. The aunt of Prahlad, whose name is Holika, the sister of Hiranyakashipu, she got this boon that she can't be burned. Even if she sit in fire, fire cannot touch her. Holika said, "Brother, why you have to employ so many demons to kill a just young boy, 5-year young boy? You know I got this boon. Fire cannot touch me. Set up fire around me, and I'm going to sit in the fire, keeping Prahlad on my lap." Holika. And he'll be burned. That's all. Finish. Yes, should do this. The Holikas put Prahlad on her lap, and the demons set a fire around her. She got burned in fire. But Prahlad didn't got least affected with fire. He's thinking, I'm in a cold refrigerator. There's so much cooling here. The quality of fire got changed, turned to cooling, because of his devotion, because his remembrance, because even when he was being thrown from the cliffs, he's just remembering his Vishnu, my Lord. When he was bitten by snakes, he's remembering his Lord. When you remember your Lord, he's always there to protect you, but with that firm conviction, he is my protector. A great lesson Prahlad Maharaj is giving to us, we as sadhakas. And he's always crushing the bhogvad, the enjoying mood. And that's why this Prahlad teaching was favorite of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada. There's not a tinge of any sense gratification. And if we read all the stutis, the prayers of Prahlad Maharaj, he's targeting every section. Varna and ashram. Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras. Brahmacharis, Grastas, and not even sparing sannyasis. And for everyone, he has instruction. And very strong instructions. So, what time you have to end? 8 o'clock? Shall we break the pillar?
Yes.
So, Hiranyakashipu, when he got reported from his servants, we tried everything. Nothing is happening to Prahlad. Then he again roared, "Hey Shandamarka, teach my boy nicely. Again, last chance." Shandamarka, "Yes sir, yes sir." So Shandamarka took Prahlad in his school. He said, "Prahlad, why are you saying this? Who's teaching you?" "Okay Prahlad, today you're going to be the monitor of the class. Whatever we taught you, teach to the students. And we want to observe, we have something to do. We are busy today." Prahlad Maharaj got a very good time with his schoolmates. And he said, huh?
He started singing Hare Krishna.
No.
Okay.
Prahlad Maharaj started saying, "Listen, my friends, because I'm addressing you as my friends. Friend is always a well-wisher. Friend is not that one who's just enjoying with you or having good time with you. Ideal friend is one who's always giving you good advice, a well-wisher, always giving you good advice. And good advice always is about spiritual life. How you can prosperity in a material life, that's not a good advice because that's temporary in nature. But any advice which is permanent, which is giving us permanent bliss, that is a best advice. That's why his name is Prahlad. Halad means bliss and Prahlad means Prakrish Rupena Halad. When we eat pizza, pasta, whatever, we also feel happy. We drive happiness. When we sleep 10, 12 hours, we also drive happiness. If we enjoy senses, we drive happiness. But this happiness are temporary in nature. It goes to a saturation and then start fading. Any enjoyment looks and appears very good in the beginning. Eating, sleeping, whatever it is. But it goes to one saturation point. And after that, start fading. But this is halad, happiness. But pure devotee Prahlad is Prakrish Rupena halad. Means permanent bliss, spiritual bliss. So he's well-wisher to his friends. And Prahlad Maharaj said, "Listen, today I have something to say. Komar achet pragyo dharma bhagvatani durla manusya janam tadapyanu dharavathadam." What is saying? English. Prahlad Maharaj said, one who is sufficiently intelligent should use the human form of body from the very beginning of life. In other words, from the tender age of childhood, to practice the activities of devotional service, giving up all other engagements from the age of 5. But Komar Achet Pragyo Dharma Bhagavataniya. You can even, don't wait for 5, you can start for 1. Age 1. But his students, his friends said, "Prahlad, unless one goes through the thread ceremony, which happens after 5 years, what we know is we are not qualified to read scriptures or to engage in any ritual activities." Prahlad Maharaj said, "But that's smart vichar. That's for smartas. But those who are Vaishnavas, they don't care for any age factor. Right from the womb of the mother. Parikshit Maharaj, he saw Krishna in the womb of his mother. The friends asked Prahlad, "You're also same age as us. So how you know so much? And from where you learned this? You speaking just like you learned from the womb of your mother." He said, "Exactly. Yes, when I was in the womb of my mother, Kayadu, then Indra, the king of demigods, he made a plan, a plot. And what is that? Listen, demigods, we cannot harm or we cannot kill Hiranyakashipu. But one day Hiranyakashipu going to die. One day. At least we can kill his successor. Because another Hiranyakashipu is growing now. We can't kill Hiranyakashipu, but we can kill his son who is in the womb of his wife. So Indra trying to kidnap Kayadu, the mother of Prahlad, and wants to harm the womb of the mother. But Naraji came over the scene with Veena, instrument in his hand. Said, Indra, be careful, beware. A pure devotee of the Lord is in the womb of his mother. And you know, Indra said, yes, no need to say anything more. I understand. And what is that? Lord can tolerate anything, any nonsense, but he can't tolerate if any harm comes to his pure devotee. Indra is very well aware of this. Immediately he paid obeisances to the womb of the mother and did parikrama, run away from there. Lord get mad if anyone comes to harm his devotees. Totally mad. The Lord get totally mad. So, Prahlad Maharaj said, and then Indra, to save my mother, he brought my mother in his ashram, in his cottage. And every day, Narad is speaking Bhagavad Dharma. My mother was hearing, but I was also in the womb of my mother and I was also hearing this. I still remember what he taught. My mother, she forgot, but I still remember. And this is what I'm telling you. I learned in the womb of my mother. Komar Achit Pragyo. Time finish. But just 5 more minutes, huh? Very important. Prahlad Maharaj said, human form of life affords one a chance to return home, back to Krishna. Therefore, every living entity, especially in the human form of life, must engage in devotional service to the lotus feet of Vishnu. This devotional service is natural because Lord Vishnu is the most beloved and master of the soul and well-wisher of all living beings. You're working hard to get happiness. So listen to me. Sukham indriga daita deha yogina dehinam sarvat labhate devad yatha dukh ayatnat. Meaning, my dear friends, born of demonic families, the happiness perceived with a reference to the sense object by contact with the body can be obtained in any form of life. Even birds, insects, flies, they also get all enjoyment. Eating, sleeping, producing children. They also, even insect, even plants. Yeah. According to one's past fruitive activities, they can. But such happiness is automatically obtained without endeavor, just as we obtain distress. Just like we don't invite any suffering and distress, do we? Oh, suffering, please come tomorrow. Early morning when I wake up. Oh, distress, please come throughout the week. We don't invite distress, but they come, right? Similarly, what is the need of inviting happiness? They will come with their own accord. Just like distress comes without invitation, happiness and bliss will also come without any invitation. So don't just work hard to get happiness. It will just come with the fruitive activities. And many other things. Oh, this is wonderful. Pumsham Shartvar Prahlad Maharaj, because this is school, na? Mathematics. He's teaching mathematics. There was a time, like 15 years back, when I was in Rupsnathan Mat, I knew all these verses by heart. Prahlad Maharaj teachings. Everything. But if you don't recite verse again and again, You start forgetting them. And also by old age. Now I'm old. Pursam varshatam hi ayas tad ardham cha jitmana nishphalam tad asurardayam. Meaning every human being has a maximum duration life of 100 years. But for one who cannot control his senses, half of those years are completely lost during at night he sleeps 12 hours, being covered by ignorance. Mathematics here. Human life in Kali Yuga, maximum 100 years. One sleep all night, 10 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours. So almost 50 hours is a mode of ignorance, just sleeping. And then Mugdha Pale Kumar Kido Yata Vimshati. In the tender age of childhood, when everyone is bewildered, one passes 10 years. Similarly, in boyhood, engaged in sporting and playing, one passes another 10 years. In this way, 20 years are wasted. Mathematics. So 50 already wasted in sleeping, and 20 in childhood and boyhood, just playing. This is their life, right? Shankaracharya said, Balas tavat kida sakta, taruni tavat tarun rakta, vriddhas tavat chinta magna, par brahmapi kopi na magna. In childhood, everyone just wastes their childhood just playing. In the young age, by attractions. Opposite gender, attractions. They waste their life like that. And in old age, worries. So he's saying, Mugdha Balo Kumar Kiro Yata Vimshati. 20 years just gone like that. In old age, when one is invalid, unable to perform even material activities, one passes another 20 years wastefully. So 50, 20 and 20. 90. How many left? 10. Durapena kamena mohancha balisa. One whose mind and senses are uncontrolled becomes increasingly attached to family life because of insatiable lusty desires and very strong illusion. In such a madman's life, the remaining years are also wasted because even during those years he cannot engage himself in devotional service. Always thinking of prosperity. Another 10 years also waste. 100 upon 100 divide. 100 divide by 100. Big O. This is how Prahlad Maharaj is, cutting the knot in the heart of sense enjoyment, which is telling the truth. But it is bitter in hearing. Bitter God is very bitter, but has so many qualities, right? It controls diabetic. Even though his words appear so bitter, but his name is Prahlad. He wants to give what? A complete happiness of spiritual life, which is permanent in nature, blissful in nature. Anyhow, so many teachings in this way. One very interesting. While he was speaking like this, Gurudev used to say this. Katham priyasya anukampitaya sangam resyam ruchinsta mantran sahasru tasnes shishunam kalakshram anurakta chittaha. Everyone goes through this. Okay, I'm just reading the translation. How can a person who is most affectionate to his family, the core of his heart, being always filled with their pictures, give up their association? Specifically, a wife is always very kind and sympathetic and always places her husband in a solitary place. Who could give up the association of such a dear and affectionate wife? Small children talk in broken language, very pleasing to hear. and their affectionate father always think of their sweet words. How could he give up their association? One's elderly parents and one's sons and daughters are also very dear. A daughter is especially dear to her father, and while living at her husband's house, she is always in his mind. Who could give up that association? Aside from this, in household affairs, there are many decorated items of household furniture, and there are also animals and servants. Prahlad Maharaj is giving a clear picture. Everyone's attached to the furniture, to the pets, to the servants, to children, the broken language of their children, daughters, wife, old parents. Who could give up such comforts? The attached householder is like a silkworm which weaves a cocoon in which it becomes imprisoned. Yes. Prahlad Maharaj. Unable to get out, simply for the satisfaction of two important senses, the genitals and the tongue. One is bound by material condition. How can one escape? Just because of two senses, he get trapped in this material entanglements. Direct attack on Grihamatis, but not Grasthas. Grasthas means, even though it appears the same nature in Grasthas, but because the center of their life is Krishna, and if the center of life is only Krishna, then there is no harm. Grihastha ashram is also nice. Prahlad Maharaj is speaking this, but he entered Grihastha ashram. He was not sannyasi. But what is his targeting on? Again and again in all this teaching, must read this chapter. I'm reading since morning. I'm feeling so much moved by hearing this. I feel like reading this every day, getting direct association of Prahlad Maharaj, is giving me so much strength. Totally like crushing the pride and hammering on the enjoying mood. Hammering on enjoying mood. Therefore, Kutumba Poshan we are Nijayur. One who is too attached cannot understand that he is wasting his valuable life for the maintenance of his family. That's all. He also fails to understand that the purpose of human life, a life suitable for realization of absolute truth, is being spoiled. However, he is very cleverly attentive to seeing that not a single farthing is lost by mismanagement. Thus, although an attached person in material existence always suffers from threefold miseries, he does not develop a distaste for the way of material existence. Shri Prahlad Maharaj ki. In this way, when Hiranyakashipu heard, Prahlad, you spoiling other friends also. Hiranyakashipu came in so much anger. My servants, demons cannot do anything. I have to go. Hiranyakashipu carrying club in his hand. Hey, who's teaching you? Why are you acting over smart? You don't know me? I am God. Prahlad Maharaj said, this is your illusion. Whose strength is in you? And he's politely replying, the same strength which is in you. We all have his strength. Who is he? My Lord. Where is he? He said, that's a stupid question. Just ask me, where is he not? I see him everywhere. Oh, really? And Hiranyakashipu was just standing next to the pillar. So can you see the Lord in this pillar? He said, I already told you. I see him everywhere. That means also in this pillar. And he was so irritated and so angry. He gave a punch to that pillar because he was very strong. big punch on the pillar. And who appeared? A big roaring sound, which is shaking the entire universe. Brahma, Shiva, everyone heard a big sound. But they were thinking, this sound cannot be with the punch of Hiranyakashipu. This is something different. Because when the pillar was broken, it was little muddy. He was not able, and even he was surprised. My punch on the pillar, but sound, everyone have some expected. When you hit, there's some sound, but this sound is something different. And immediately he saw half lion and half human being. What kind of creature is he? Hiranyakashipu was so surprised. Who is he? He got scared to see. And Nrsimha Bhagwan, Nrsimha, very angry mood, ferocious mood, eyes red in anger, with his nails. He tried to grab Hiranyakashipu just like, example is given just like a snake grabs a rat, or a peacock grabs a snake. Just like that. And Hiranyakashipu tried his club, and Nrsimha Bhagwan grabbed him and pulled him and sat in his own throne. The question arises, the throne of Hiranyakashipu is contaminated because he's demon. How come Nrsimha Bhagwan, who is pure, absolute truth, he's sitting on the throne of demon Hiranyakashipu? Because Hiranyakashipu is Jai Vijay. He's sitting on the throne of his servant. Lord knows this. Hiranyakashipu forgotten because of prominence of mode of ignorance and passion. This makes you forget that your eternal Swarup is your servant of Krishna. Hiranyakashipu forgot this, but Lord knows. They are my part and parcel. Mame vanshu jiva loke, jiva bhut sanatan. They all are my part and parcels. So Lord Nrsimha, Shri Nrsimha Bhagwan sat on the same throne where Hiranyakashipu used to sit. And he wants to kill him. And Hiranyakashipu said, no, wait a minute. Brahma is a liar. He gave me boons. And Nrsimha Bhagwan, he stopped. How can you say anything about my servant Brahma? What boons you got? What boons? First one.
Cannot be killed by man.
Cannot be killed by man or animal. He said, I am not man and animal. I am half man and half animal. Second boon.
Inside or outside?
Cannot be killed inside and outside. Hiranyakashipu is saying, cannot be killed inside and outside. He said, this is not inside and outside. I am killing on threshold. Third boon.
Not on the ground and not in the sky.
Not in the ground or not in the sky. He said, I am killing on my lap. It's not ground, it is not in sky. And
Without any weapons.
without any weapons. No one can kill me with any weapons. Nrsimha Bhagwan said, I'm not killing you by any weapon. I'm killing you by my nails. And
Not
Day or night.
not day and night. And this is not day and night, this is dusk. And then cannot be killed any month created by Brahma. Bhagwan, Nrsimha said, not be killed by any one in the creation of Brahma. Nrsimha said, I'm not in the creation of Brahma. He is in my creation. I created him. And I'm not be killed by in any month. Nrsimha said, that's why to kill you I have made a new month, Purushottam month, which is falling this year. The leap year. Any other boon? And Hiranyakashipu has nothing else to say. All questions answered. And Nrsimha Bhagwan, with his nails, he teared apart his chest, took his intestines and wrapped over his neck like a garland. And he was been killed. roaring loudly. And demigods even shivering, showering flowers on Shri Nrsimha Bhagwan. Bolo Shri Nrsimha Bhagwan ki jai. Even though half lion, half human, but so beautiful. His eyes so beautiful like lotus. His beard, his hairs so beautiful. Even Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, feeling so much captivated by seeing the beauty of the Lord. She's who always serving the Lord, her husband, Shri Nrsimha Bhagwan. In this way, Shri Nrsimha Bhagwan killed Hiranyakashipu and all the army of Hiranyakashipu attacking on Nrsimha Bhagwan. He just swept like this. Finished. Just like a broom swipe, boom, all called finished. And he's roaring, very angry. Demigods thinking how to pacify him now. How to pacify him. So everyone is, you go, you go. So Brahma came forward. Prabhu, thank you so much for killing this demon. Brahma, you keep quiet. This is in Brihad Bhagavatamrita. This is how you have to give boons to a demon? Bhagwan chastised Brahma. You quiet. This is how you have to give boons to the demons? And Brahma was quite embarrassed in front of his demigods society. And he's thinking in his mind, Shiva gives so many boons to demons. Lord never ever chastised him. I just came to one and I got chastisement. Just one. Yeah, he's expressing this in Brihad Bhagavatamrita, Sanatana Goswami. Yeah. Then Brahma said, Prahlad, the Lord appeared because of you. You have to go and pacify him. Prahlad, without any fear, fearless prince. There was no fear sitting on the lap of Hiranyakashipu. Then what is the fear sitting on the lap of his worshipable Bhagwan? He went. He came to Nrsimha Bhagwan without any fear, paid obeisances, and seeing little boy paying obeisances, his heart melted. And from Ugra Simha, he becomes Shanta Simha. Where this pastime happened? South India. I've been there. It's a mountain. You have to climb mountain. There is no road. There is no stairs. You have to just hold the rocks and you have to climb. Ahobalam Nrsimha. 8 Nrsimhas are there. And right on the top is Ahobalam Nrsimha. That pillar from where Shri Nrsimha appeared. So in the memory of that, they made one pillar. And it's a very dangerous to reach to that point. If you slip, you go Vaikuntha direct. One little slip from there, gone. Yes, like that. Ahobalam Nrsimha. What is Ahobalam? When Nrsimha Bhagwan killed Hiranyakashipu, all the demigods say, Oh Balam, oh Balam, oh what a strength, oh what a strength. And from that his name is Ahobalam Nrsimha. So Prahlad Maharaj went there without any fear. And demigods asked Prahlad, we all so scared to go to the Lord. Why you not fear? Why you not fear? And he said, because, can you imagine 5-year young boy speaking? He said, because you all seeing the face of the Lord. And I'm not seeing the face of the Lord. I'm only focused on the lotus feet of the Lord. And lotus feet of the Lord is what? Koti Chandra Sushitala. Soothing like million of moons. And how the lotus feet of the Lord described? Bhajahure mana Shinanda Nandana Abhaya Charanarvindare. What is the meaning Abhaya Charanarvind? The lotus feet which gives fearlessness. So what is the fear going to the object which is fearless, giving fearlessness? That's the difference. You seeing the face of the Lord and I'm seeing the lotus feet of the Lord. That's the difference. So Nrsimha put Prahlad on his lap and start licking with his tongue because he's lion. Just a lion give affection by licking the cub. Nrsimha giving affection. And say, Prahlad, ask any boon from me. You did so much for me. Ask any boon from me. And Prahlad, what are you saying? Don't say this. I'm already in a demonic dynasty. And mode of ignorance and passion is very prominent. Don't promote me asking any boon. We are already very inclined to ask boons from you. No, Prahlad, my heart is melting to give a boon to you. Just ask any one boon. Please, Prahlad. Bhagwan is restless to give a boon. And Prahlad is saying, but what should I ask? Any one boon, Prahlad, just any one. And then Prahlad Maharaj said, okay, then one boon. Yes, go ahead. Yadi dasyaste kama varamstu vardavrishyam kamam hridin samroham. If you really want to give a boon to me, then give a boon that never in my heart a desire come to ask a boon from you. No matter in whatever circumstance I stay, never in my life a desire come in my heart to ask any boon from you. And in other words, Prahlad Maharaj little chastised Nrsimha Bhagwan. What are you doing? What do you think I am? Is this a business going on? I'm not a merchant. I didn't serve you to get asked to ask any boon from you. You are my eternal master. I'm my eternal servant. This is our sweet relationship about. Where is the boons in between that? Oh no, Prahlad. You controlled me with your love. You just ask one boon. Then Prahlad Maharaj said, okay, if you say for your pleasure ask boon, then I'm asking one boon. Yes, Prahlad, yes. Then I want people in this material world, because of their conditioned state, they're suffering so much. Please give your devotion to them and make them happy forever. I'm asking this boon. But Prahlad, this is not for you. Yes, but this is for everyone. Prahlad Maharaj didn't ask anything for himself. He's asking for the entire humanity, for entire living entities. Nrsimha said, I bless. Whatever you say comes true. Remember, how many people you can remember, I will immediately liberate them. And Prahlad Maharaj started remembering everyone. And they're all getting devotion of Nrsimha Bhagwan. But then Prahlad Maharaj said, wait a minute. I didn't remember everyone. What's going to happen to everyone? Then Nrsimha said, whoever hears our discussion, your and my discussion, they get delivered. That's my boon. So, all glories to Shri Prahlad Maharaj who asked this boon on behalf of us. One who is close to the Lord. He's asking a boon for us. Anyone who hears on this day and fast on this day, on the appearance day of Lord Nrsimhadeva, definitely get devotion to the Lord and the loving service to the Lord. That's the boon. Anyone who hears the conversation between Prahlad Maharaj and Nrsimhadeva. And who is Nrsimhadeva? The affectionate form of Krishna. His Paravasta avatar. There are three Paravasta avatars: Nrsimha, Ram and Krishna. Paravasta avatars are those avatars where the Lord is manifesting His complete opulence. But Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam. Krishna is Supreme Lord. All others are incarnations. Leela avatars, Guna avatars, Manvantar avatars, Purush avatars, Yuga avatars and Shaktavesh avatars. 6 in categories. But there's another category which is called Paravasta avatar. And there are 3. Nrsimha, Ram and Krishna. By Rup Goswami in Laghu Bhagavatamritam. One, the Lord who manifests complete opulence and the reciprocation with His devotees. These 3 avatars prominent. So how important is Nrsimha Bhagwan? There was a Brahmin, Vasu Sharma. His son name was Vasudev. And he got, even though son of a Brahmin, but he got entangled with association with prostitutes and start losing all his credits and merits. And because of that, one day it happened so that he got some kind of quarrel fight with his spouse, with that prostitute. And because of that, his mind, his heart was not doing good. I mean, he was not feeling well. So they both, because of fight, forgot to eat and drink and sleep. Because of fight. And that day happened to be Nrsimhadeva, this day. And then Brahman boy, when he died, he entered in the body of Prahlad Maharaj to relish this direct reciprocation of Lord Nrsimhadeva. Understand? So anyone who not intentionally, unintentionally observed fast on this day gets such a high boon or destination than one who with Shraddha, with faith and devotion fast on this day, remembering Lord Nrsimhadeva, reading Bhagavatam and the teachings of Prahlad Maharaj, what not he will get or she will get. That definitely obstacles on the path of bhakti goes away. Sarvik vinashan karan Nrsimha Bhagwan ki jai. All obstacles goes away. So question comes, but Nrsimha Bhagwan appeared by the broken pillar, and you saying that Brahmin he observed fasting on Nrsimhadeva, that means Nrsimha Bhagwan appeared before that? You understand my question? You understand my question? He didn't. My question is, as I told that boy who unintentionally fasted on that day, the day of Nrsimhadeva, he entered in the body of Prahlad Maharaj to relish the reciprocation with Lord Nrsimhadeva. But right now we are hearing Prahlad Maharaj, Nrsimha Bhagwan appeared from the pillar. So how we can reconcile that? That Brahmin boy, he fasted on Nrsimhadeva, that means Nrsimha Bhagwan appeared before also? Understand my question? Yes. His Kalpa avatar, he appeared every Kalpa. It's not that he appeared in this Satyuga. He appeared in all Kalpas. And this question was being asked to Srila Gaur Govind Goswami Maharaj, from one devotee. Are you sure? He said, yes. Loudly he wrote, yes. But Gurudev, you sure Nrsimha Bhagwan come again and again? He said, yes, yes, yes. He's a Kalpa avatar. So, it's time, it's dusk now, it's time for Abhishek. I pray to Shri Nrsimha Bhagwan, catching hold of feet of Shri Prahlad Maharaj, under guidance of our Srila Gurudev and entire Guru Parampara. O Lord Nrsimhadev, we have so many anarthas in our heart, so many anarthas, unwanted desires, from previous lifetimes and from these lifetimes. Honestly, truthfully, from my heart, I pray to your divine lotus feet, with your sharp nails, take all my anarthas out and make me pure enough so that I can get entrance, we can get entrance in the realm of loving service of the divine couple, Shri Radha Madhav. O Nrsimhadev, please shower your compassion, your mercy. You are the compassionate form of Krishna, the affectionate form of Krishna. Please be affectionate to us. Please be affectionate to us and take this knots in the heart which is present, which is stopping us to progress in spiritual life, advancement in our spiritual life. Please uproot that knot and make us the servant of divine couple, Shri Radha Madhav. Gaur Premanande Hari Om. Sarvik Vinashankari Nrsimha Bhagwan ki jai. Shri Bhaktaraj Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Om. So we're going to have Abhishek now. And who can sing? Prabhu, please. You can. Namaste Nrsimhaya. Shri Nrsimha, Jai Nrsimha, Jai Jai Nrsimha. Praladesha Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma Bringa. Namaste Nrsimhaya, Pralada Lada Dayane. Hiranyakashipu Vakshaha, Shilatanka Nakhalai. Vagisha Yasya Vadne, Lakshmi Yasya Vakshasi. Yasyaste Hide Samvitam Nrsimham Vajay. Ito Nrsimha, Prato Nrsimha. Yato Yato Yami Tato Nrsimha. Bahe Nrsimha, Hriday Nrsimha. Nrsimha Madhim Sharanam Prapadde. Om Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam Purushaya Mahatmane. Hare Adbhut Singaya Brahmane Paramatmane. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Nrsimha Bhagwan ki
Jai.